That's live. Let me share the page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Evening all. Hiya Mandy, how are you? Hiya Grace, hiya Barbara. I'll wait for a few more to you for the, I can't talk now. I'll wait for a few more of you to join, and then I'll let Neil say hello to you. But I'm joined by Neil Packer, who's an author and also the owner of one of the most haunted locations in the UK. Hiya Jay, hiya Lindsay, hiya Amy, hiya Sandra, hiya Anita, hiya Grace, hiya Lorraine, hiya Valerie. So yeah, his location, I would have said, is one of the most haunted locations in the UK, due to items and spirits of the location. It's called the Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre, based in Hinckley. Hiya Grace, hiya Lorraine, hiya Valerie, hiya Mandy, Beck B, hi Jazz, hiya Sarah, Jay, Mandy, Penny, Sandra, Anita. Give it a couple of minutes more, or a minute or two more for others to catch up, and we'll start. If you want to say hello to Neil before we start?
Yeah, hi everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it.
I will be getting Neil to give a quick tour because he's actually in the Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre tonight. So once we've started, I'll ask him to kind of show you the premises and a few of the items.
Yeah.
He won't be able to go through all of the items because there's lots, but he will show you. And for the sensitives that are online, before he says anything about an item, you'll have a little chance to say what you pick up. So I do hope you enjoy this evening. I've been really looking forward to having Neil online with us. I can't get used to this camera. I'm going to sit to get in the middle. Front, it's like mirror effect. So have we all had a good day? Is Sharon Stewart online yet? I promised I'd ask a question. Hiya, Grace. Sharon likes to tell us what she's eating each night, Neil, and likes to ask a question of the group. Oh, she is here because tonight she wanted to ask the group what their hobbies were, as she'd said last night.
Yeah.
No, they're like a little family and they all chat. They're a really nice group.
Yeah, that's nice.
But anyone after we've done the live that wants to follow Neil, okay, his sort of public page is Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre, but you can just search, which is on the bottom of the screen, Haunted Research on Facebook, and like his page. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. He often does lives as well, and his lives are fantastic. But to watch most of his lives, he does have, it is very, very cheap, but a membership package to, I'm going to keep referring to it as HAPRC, if Neil doesn't mind. Take me saying Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre. He does a members package, which it's not expensive, but is it, Neil? What do you charge? What's that? I may as well start with.
The membership is £25 for life. So, and you get loads of benefits for being a member. We do exclusive members live feeds. You get 10% discount off the stuff that we sell in the shop. You get 10% discount at Sims Vintage Antique Centre, which is the guy who sponsors HAPRC. You get 50% off online paranormal courses. You get discounts and different venue groups. So there's lots of benefits to being a member, and it's only £25 for life.
And you've missed the biggest benefit: your live feeds and access to your CCTV of the location.
Oh yeah, also yeah, the CCTV. And when teams are up here, I've got a new computer system. My last computer system actually crashed, and I lost everything. So I've invested in a new system. So when teams are investigating the centre, we will be streaming onto the members' Facebook page the live cameras, so you get 7 cameras that you can watch when teams are up here as well. So
they're also interesting to watch when no teams are up there. As I've taken photos from your CCTV of things happening.
yes, you have.
So yeah, it is an active place. Okay? So anyway, there's quite a few of you sort of online, so I guess we'll sort of start. So Neil sort of said a bit about the HAPRC, HAPRC.
Yeah.
We'll get in more about HAPRC shortly. Neil is also an author, and I will be asking him about his book. Okay, Neil, I know you've just said hello. Tell us a bit about yourself, but prior to getting into the Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre, sort of your guest, a bit about you, your family, but then also when did you become interested in the paranormal? When did that sort of start?
Really, my first experience of paranormal was when I was a teenager, and I saw a full-bodied apparition. We were out camping with a group of friends, and I saw this woman with long, dark, flowing hair, with a white flowing dress. Obviously, it scared the life out of me because in the early 70s, we knew nothing about this sort of thing. So that was my first experience.
Where was that?
It was in the village where I was born in Arm on the Hill.
Okay.
It's not far from Hinckley. But I've since found out lots of information about this lady, and it's really, really interesting. But you'll have to buy my book to read it. It's in my book.
What's the book called? I know I was coming in to ask you a little bit about the book at the end. But what's the book called? What I will do is just I'll put the title. Where do they buy the book from? Direct from you or Amazon?
The book is called Mercurius and the Shattered Mirror. You can either order it by me. If you buy it from me, I will sign it. But you can also get it on Amazon.
Get Neil to sign it. He'll be famous. He's already been on TV, which is one of my other questions. So if you're wanting one of his books out later when you've spoken to him, just search Haunted Research Haunted Research and just drop a message to the page and Neil responds to all of his messages himself.
Yeah.
So it is good. Okay. So the apparition that you saw, how old were you when you saw the apparition?
I was about 13, 14. But there is a lot more into it. There was a reason why she was coming to me. So
I know. Okay, I'll shut up.
And I know who she is and all about her now. So
okay, I'll shut up because that's part of your book.
Okay.
So have you been sensitive ever since then? Are you sensitive to spirit now?
Well, I'm a little bit sensitive. I'm not a medium. Never will be. I've got Jane, who's a fantastic medium, and she's the medium of the centre. I've worked with Jane for many, many years because I used to co-own a venue group, and Jane was a medium in that group. I'm not. But I do get a feeling when the spirits are close to us. So.
Well, I've been around you at the centre when I've picked up on energies. And you know from the energies now, because you're so used to them, what energies, kind of which spirit.
Oh yeah, that's the interesting thing for me because I'm here when every team comes up. So it's quite exciting when teams or individuals come running into me and say such and such, such and such, and I can say, yeah, if you want to know all about them, I can tell you because we've been open just over 2 years now, so we've built a big catalogue of all the information. So I tend to know who people are talking about.
Also, well, in my opinion, I know that you're a Reiki practitioner, aware. I don't know how much you do now, that you're obviously used to energies to do with healing. So that, I believe, because myself being Reiki and shamanic healing, you completely get used to energies. So, and it does aid me with my mediumship as well.
Yeah, I'm Reiki too. I've never got around to doing the masters, but
do you still practice?
It's fascinating. The whole subject of energies and frequencies and all that sort of thing. It's fascinating, and I'm very, very lucky. I do consider myself very lucky to have this place and have the people around me that I've got.
Well, Jane is lovely. I've met Jane. She's fantastic. She does some of the lives herself now, doesn't she? Neil, when he started, he was on every live. It's grown that much now. He's got It's a bit like a TV channel, but more in the evenings and afternoons, where different people do different slots. So it is very, very good. It's often a shame that I'm working at the points that they're on, but I do try and catch up on them afterwards. It's very interesting, because I may as well lead into that question, which is a bit later. So, what have you now got for, on the membership in which you can get to the live feeds? What are the regulars, that slots that you've got on, so people are aware what else is around the centre?
Well, exclusive to the members, we've just started. Actually, we've done 2 on a Friday night. We have a members exclusive live feed where during the lockdown we're getting 4 investigators, and they're all social distancing. So there'll be 2 upstairs investigating, and it's done on StreamYard. So I can flip I'll sit in the studio, and I can change from cameras. So it is really interesting. It is like a live paranormal show, because we've got 4 people up there. Each one's got a camera. So if someone's getting some activity, I can bring their camera full screen, so the viewers can watch that. So they are exclusive to the members, and also the CCTVs are going to be big when that's back up and running, because what I'm planning to do is streaming the cameras live for 8 hours every night. So even when teams aren't up here, there'll be cameras running. So if people see anything interesting, I can go back.
A lot of interesting stuff from his cameras in the past. I have, and I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
I know you said your first experience was when you were about 13, 14 or so. But how long have you actually been into paranormal research? Because yours isn't a normal haunted location that you just go for that. You'll take items from people and tell them whether it's haunted. So you'll have many people that will work with an item. It will rehome. Yeah, if anyone does have trouble, or they think that something's, someone that's got a problem with an item, etc. Neil's isn't just like you could call that Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre. It's a bit like a museum with items, and it goes back showing history. It's obviously haunted, which is like a haunted location. There's items that are haunted. But on top of that, they do a lot of research into items to work out what spirits are attached to them, why. And they're more than welcome to take on board, even if it's temporarily, items from people to find out what energies are around them. Or if there's negative energy around an item, he's more than happy to take it on. Not personally, because his wife won't let him keep items at home anymore, I believe. Is that right, Neil?
No, my collection started off in the carport, and we had quite a few experiences. And Julie woke up in the middle of the night with someone standing at the bottom of the bed, and one night she felt hands around her neck. They weren't mine. So she's quite happy all the items are at the centre now. So the home's okay. But yeah, I am willing to take on any item at all. No matter how scary or negative people might think the items are, we are willing to have them at the centre. Like Gavin says, whether you want to leave them here or just loan them to us, we'll research them. The way we do the research is Jane will do what she does. She'll pick up on what she can pick up on the item. And then it's down to the teams. So it's not just mine and Jane's research. It's all the teams. Because I think if one person comes up and picks up on the name John, that gets recorded.
So that was the most common name last night's live.
Yeah. But if just one person says John, that's their personal experience. But when it comes to 5, 10 people in different teams picking up on the name John, when they're in a certain area of the centre, that gets more interesting, and there's more validity to it.
Likewise, not all spirits, they can try and hide from certain people, but not others. So you need more than one person to look at an item, really.
Yeah. And we never dismiss anything that anyone says. And and it's also important to us for teams or people coming up on the general public to say anything, no matter how silly it might feel to say it. Like if they're getting feelings around their ankles and that sort of thing, or on the top of their heads, I can, if someone says to me they can feel something around the legs, I can tell them what it is because I know what's up here.
You can tell those when I get you to show them around. You can tell them what sort of things, activity people have picked up on in the centre.
Yeah,
not everything. Because obviously, if any of them visit, they don't want to know the whole lot.
Yeah.
But going with the ones with something around the legs. Go on, carry on with the around the legs. That'll be interesting.
Well, okay. Well, the name of my book is Mercurius and the Shattered Mirror. Most people probably don't know what Mercurius is. Okay, Mercurius is from the Grimm's fairy tale, and Mercurius is a spirit in a bottle. So we do have quite a few spiritual creatures at the centre. And if you buy the book, or if you come up, I can show you a drawing, Jane's drawing of this Mercurius. It's a little creature, and he crawls about the floor, and he does tend to scratch people's ankles. So since Mercurius, we also had quite a famous team come in, and they actually brought a creature in on a piece of their equipment. So I think we've got about 12, 14 different types of creature up here now. I use
like a Finnish rat.
Sort of, yeah.
But that's very brief, and I don't know whether this is going to show up on there. I didn't want to. Let me put the lines darker, and this was in seconds, not like when I'm doing it properly. Right. I can't draw. This is quite impressive. I don't see any back legs. It's more just the front legs.
That's right. He's only got front legs.
Okay, one side. Let me hold it for one second. Let me change the camera angle so you lot can see. You've got a drawing from James. This was just in seconds. I've just done this.
Yeah.
Right. I've not seen this. Or he keeps away from me at the centre. But
okay.
Where's this camera? That way. That's in seconds. Is that sort of the kind of thing, Neil?
Well, it's similar to one of the creatures. Yeah. Yeah. Mercurius doesn't have back legs. He sort of crawls. He's got long, pointy nails on his front legs, and he crawls. And he's kind of spiky. But like I say, we've got lots of different creatures. You know, we've got horned creatures up here. We've got a couple that look like gargoyles up here.
I'm not going to bring that spirit close to draw.
And we've got one that hangs upside down from the ceiling, that sort of thing. So there's lots, and I've got no doubt we're going to get lots more. And like I say, I use the term creature very loosely because we just don't know what they are. We've had people come in and said they're elementals. I don't know. People call them imps. I don't know. We don't know what they are because they are all different sorts. They're not all the same.
Yeah. Depending on names people put to things.
Yeah, we had one team come in, and one of the team members sitting on the stairs in the sounds room, and he said he's just seen look like a frog with a tail, and it was like a salamander, and that was another one of our creatures. It's about the size of a little rabbit.
Big eyes and funny shot. Look, been mistaken as an alien, just their face.
Now you mentioned alien. We have had a little alien up here as well.
I've got a photo.
We caught him on camera on the camera. Yeah.
Head was just lower than the door handle in the alleyway going to the seance room.
No, this one was in the old tea room, which is now the war room. That's where Jane and I used to do our live feeds from. He was caught during one of our live feeds to the members. His reflection was caught in one of the cabinets.
You know, I've got a photo of a little thing like you're describing, which I'll tell you is not clear like some. It's leaning its head out of the upstairs toilet, your old kitchen.
All right. Yeah, quite possibly.
I've had so many. I've only sent you the really clear ones.
Yeah, there's so many up here. It's we get all sorts. Plus, it's not just the spirits attached to the items. It's spirits who are attached to the building. And also now we're finding lots of new spirits coming in, and as if they're just passing through.
From locally, like the Roman soldier that I had an encounter with in your building, which
on the Roman
there's
soldier.
a local story, isn't there, to Hinckley, and he's now made his way from the street pretty much into your building.
Yeah.
I encounter him every time I go to Neil's location. He's just got like he's got like a spear, but he's also got like a curved blade, hasn't he? Which he tries to be intimidating. I don't know whether it's just with mediums or sensitive people, but they can't do me any harm. They tried to sort of put it, frighten me more on my neck. But then after we realised, I said, you can't do anything, I'm not fearful. He was more chatting to me, so I got a little bit more. And he said, well, there's a local story about me, and I knew that he'd killed someone, if I remember rightly, from what I'd come to say. So I was a bit shocked. It was like, well, outside he told me he killed someone, but he's a Roman soldier from that area, not dressed up. And Neil told me the locals. What was the local story, Neil?
To be honest, I can't remember it all now.
Something about, didn't he killed someone that he shouldn't have done or something, and then ended up being punished for it.
Well, that was another story as well. Someone else got murdered.
That's two different things that I've got while we were there. Okay. But Neil literally has that much stuff. You're online now, Neil.
Sorry?
You're online now, Neil, because you've just typed me a message, but I didn't see you type. That was amazing. It says the centre acts like a beacon of light in the spirit world and draws them in.
Well, if it's typed under the Haunted Antiques, that's probably Jane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they know and understand. I think I've explained about light with spirits to a lot of them online, that if you're sensitive, you become a beacon. Your building is probably one of the brightest beacons for miles around. So spirit will see light and attracts the energy.
Yeah.
I know that is wonderful. Right. Before I ask you to show you around, right, I know we were talking about how you started in the paranormal. What was your first location prior to HAPRC, and your best and favourite location other than your own?
Okay, the first location I ever investigated was the Hinckley Museum, which is perhaps 200 yards down the road. The oldest building in the town. It dates back from 1700s, I think it is. And actually, Jane was on that. Jane was a guest on that night as well. So that's when me and Jane met. We went with the local venue group. So that was my first. My favourite locations, possibly Dudley Castle. I've been there many times. I am planning on booking Dudley Castle twice for my members as well. We're going to have HAPRC members nights at Dudley Castle as well. So Dudley Castle's one of my favourites.
You're not the first person that told us that. Charlie and Tanya Louise told us that when I interviewed them.
Yeah,
Dudley Castle.
I love Dudley Castle. My least favourite is 30 East Drive. For
good or bad reasons?
Bad reasons.
One of my other questions. What are some of your most scary incidents?
My scariest one was at Wigston House in Leicester. Unfortunately, it's not open to paranormal teams anymore. I got quite badly overshadowed on my first visit. It took 3 guys to take me down loads of stairs. And it took Jane. Jane was with the team then. It took Jane quite a long time to sort of bring me back. So that was the scariest.
Just say, someone's just said something. Let me go back to the comment. Sharon Stewart said she'd had a dream about a mirror and someone in the mirror, and a medium that then made things all okay. I know I didn't go as far as Jane did, but I know I did poke my head, not my physical head, but my head into the mirror. I made sure my leg stayed this side of the mirror that's in Neil's premises. Jane, the medium that from the location, has on his meditation gone fully into the mirror. So there is a mirror that is like a portal or a vortex, whatever you want to call it. Sharon said she's had a dream along those lines, and it was extremely scary. And I wanted to make a comment as to tell me more about the dream before I ask you about the mirror or when we walk round. But it's very, very relevant. It's like, Sharon, what you've said, I just want to know a little bit more about your dream, and when you had it, whether you were already following my page, etc. Because it wouldn't surprise me if she's picked up from that after I'd mentioned HAPRC or HARP because they know it.
Yeah.
I mentioned your location a few times to give examples. But
Okay.
I was just interesting what she said because we haven't even mentioned the mirror yet.
Not mention the mirror.
No.
How can we not mention
That's
the
what I find
mirror?
fascinating. I'm talking to you and you're in the centre, and she's talking about a mirror that we've not even spoken about yet. So,
Yeah.
Sharon, it's quite amazing what you've just said, and you'll understand why in a minute. She'll comment again in a second. So, sorry, that just threw me then. So, your best is Dudley Castle. Your worst was East Drive. What was your first ever location you visited, did you say? Hinckley Museum.
The first one was Hinckley Museum. That's a lovely place. And again, no paranormal teams are allowed in apart from me. So I will be doing exclusive HAPRC members nights at the Hinckley Museum. So that's the only way that you can investigate, because they don't let all the teams in because they used to, and they got treated quite badly by a couple. But they trust me because I'm from my 2 haunted days when I used to do a venue group. So Hinckley Museum's a nice place.
Sharon, are you still online? Can't see comments moving now. How did Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre, the vision, come about? Sort of, I know you started collecting items. How did it then become a reality? Well, I don't know the answer to this one, actually. So I'm interested myself.
Yeah, well, I used to co-own a venue group, so we took guests to different locations. But I quickly got quite bored. I get quite bored quite easy. I got bored taking people around locations, so I wanted to do something different, and I thought about haunted objects. And something that was different was antiques. So the way this started is I sent emails to about 20 or 30 local antique dealers. Fortunately, only one replied, and that's Phil at Sims Vintage Antique Centre. So he allowed me and my team in to investigate his shop, and we had a fantastic night. So that's where it all started. We've been back to Sims again a few times, and Phil actually sponsors HAPRC now. So it's really good.
Where I want to go is his antique shop. I've still not been there.
Yeah. So, and of course, my members get 10% discount off stuff in his shop. So
He's online. He lists items online, so I often see him on Facebook, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does things online, especially at the minute because he's been shut for a few months now. So, but he's reopening Monday.
Okay, no, the mirror didn't go anywhere near Glasgow, did it?
No.
It's just interesting what she said. She said, I don't know whether you can read the comments. I wasn't following my page. It was an old-fashioned mirror. So some person in the mirror, don't know who, but a medium came and took the mirror off me, and I was then okay. That's very interesting because that's pretty much the story behind one of the mirrors in your location, which I won't ask about just at the minute.
Yeah. Well, we've actually got 2 interesting mirrors, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, that's for later on. I was going to ask about that. Okay. But, Paisley. Sorry, Paisley. Is that Glasgow? Near Glasgow. No, I don't know where Paisley is, Sharon.
No, this one comes from not too far away from Hinckley.
Yeah, well, I knew that, so I just wondered where she was located, whether she was actually near the mirror where it originated.
Yeah.
Right, I've already spoken about that. So, Danny, how did you actually get the building?
Well, my collection started in my carport, but like I said, it was getting too big for the carport anyway. Plus, Julie was experiencing things at and a lot of people are asking me if they can come and see the items, and it's not very professional. So we talked about Julie and I, and we said, yeah, if we can find a place that's right, let's go for it. It was a big financial risk, but it's paid off obviously because I'm still here. I wanted it to be in Hinckley because I live in Hinckley, so if need be, I can walk up here. I looked at quite a few places, but they weren't right. But I just kept coming back to this one on Regent Street. And
did you know it was haunted when you got it?
No, I didn't know it was haunted until I got the keys, and me and my team spent the first evening up here with no items, all we had was a couple of chairs, and we had a great night. Jane was with us that night, and she picked up on so much information and history. It was quite unreal.
Because you've also had in your building, to explain your building, you only had the top floor initially, didn't you? There was a company below you. Then because it hangs over an archway, the other side is the bank.
Yeah, well, I had
Didn't the police arrive a few times to do with the alarms going off when the building was empty? Or the alarms going off? I remember you saying telling us about the alarms or a problem with the security.
The alarms have gone off a few times, but I originally started on the second floor, and there was an office below on the first floor, and
you were best friends, weren't you?
They wouldn't talk to me because they had so much unusual activity down there. You know, they wouldn't be in the office on their own. They wouldn't go to the kitchen area on their own. So they weren't very pleased because it's all started since I took on the second floor. However, we have now got the whole building. So the people down below me moved out. So I've expanded. So we've got the whole building now.
Which is fantastic. And you needed more space because you kept getting more items.
So, yeah. We've got a bit more room now. So
another 6 months, you won't have an office anymore, Neil. You'll need to take that room over.
The way it's going, probably, yeah.
That's asked that. And when it started, you actually did really, really well anyway, because you ended up on TV with the how did that come about? Did they contact you?
They contacted me within a month of us opening. They contacted me, asked me if I'd be interested in taking some of the items to ITV This Morning show. So in March, I think it was 2018, I took a van down with quite a few of my items. The interesting thing is, me and Julia went down the night before, so we left all the items in the studio, and someone set them all arranged in where they wanted it to look. But during the night, all the lights got turned off. The security guard says there's no explanation for it. It's never happened before. It's never happened since. So that was quite freaky. And so, yeah, it was a fantastic experience. But I've been on ITV This Morning again on the Halloween show as well. So I took the wheelchair down there. So it's good exposure.
Yeah, talking about the wheelchair, would you mind wandering around? And I know you don't sometimes like wandering around, but I can tell you there's 27 of us here.
Yeah, I'll have a wander around.
We're going to ask Neil to have a wander around the building so you can see sort of what's there. While he wanders around, any of you are sensitive, I might ask him occasionally when he knows it's an item that's picked up on an awful lot of people, hold it up. We'll give you a moment to see, you sensitive people, what yourselves pick up. Okay?
So I can't turn my phone around, so I'm doing it sort of blind. So this is the main room. As you can see, we've got clowns.
Is Hannah near you? No, Hannah's normally in that room, isn't she, Neil?
Hannah?
That's my little friend.
It's difficult, I can't see. There's Hannah.
Hiya.
She is a bit of a freaky ass doll. I don't like her, to be honest.
I like her. We got on well.
But a lot of people are drawn to her, and she likes being picked up, so that's why people like her. Next to Anna, the Raggedy Ann doll.
Sometimes, not other times, am I drawn to it. That can go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, again, a lot of people are drawn to that one. A lot of people are drawn to him.
With my SLS camera, which I know a few of you have seen, that's the one that produces stickmen from the energy. He loves playing on Neil's SLS camera, and that room's empty. And it's always around him. That's correct, isn't it, Neil?
Yeah.
On my computer.
There's death mask.
My light has just been thrown at me.
Sorry?
My light has just been thrown at me, and that's never happened before by my tablet, by the computer that I'm sat by. As I just saw the clown, it's just not thrown, but rolled. It's moved about 5 inches.
Right.
Seriously.
Okay. So then we go into the war room. So that is the wheelchair that Philip
So does
Schofield's
anyone pick anything up about that wheelchair? If Neil just puts the camera on there for a minute, are you sensitive people, or do you all want to say, what's your first instinct when you look at the wheelchair? And then Neil will tell us a bit about it. I don't know how slow the comments are on coming through, Neil. So you might want to sit in the chair for a minute.
Yeah, I'll sit in it. It's not easy
I've
to
had
get in.
I've had an experience in that chair as well. I mentioned to you. I'll let them see what they're picking up first.
Okay.
Trina says an elderly man sits in here. In here.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't reply just at the minute, Trina. I'll just see whether anyone else picks up. Man in uniform, a young man. Someone thought they'd just seen a face. I can actually see someone behind you on your, as I'm looking at Neil, on his right side against the purple. Okay. He's got a long nose, the man has. And Yvonne feels sadness to do with the chair.
Yeah.
Grace, he's in the army room, Grace. Sharon, Margot doesn't like porcelain dolls. Anita says soldier to do with the chair. Sorry if I'm looking funny on there. So, I did Transfiguration the other night. There's on the purple, because it's lit up, it's not that clear. There's loads of different faces appearing over Neil's left shoulder, so the right hand side of his screen. Okay, and they put that before I said that. So, yeah, you've got a man behind you. He's rubbing your head now, but I can't see his hand because I can see his arm. They've missed people. They will have missed the energy of the people while it's been locked down as well.
Yeah.
Right. So, tell us a bit about the chair then, Neil. Oh, sorry, I don't know, but I know I've sat in that chair. I can't remember which leg it was. It was like it was numb, as if I was missing part of one leg.
Yeah. Okay. It's a bit of a giveaway because it's in the war room. It's the wheelchairs come from a World War II rehabilitation hospital. But before that, it was in an asylum in Devon. So it could have been sat in by lots of injured soldiers, sailors, airmen. The most common thing people pick up on is that the left leg is missing. It's like it's been amputated from below the knee.
And some people have positive experiences sitting in the chair, and others negative, don't they?
Yeah, some people think it's really nice, and some. But I think it depends what energy they're tuned into. We're all tuned into different frequencies. I use the word frequencies. So if someone's tuned into the soldier with a leg missing, that's what they're going to pick up on. Some people pick up on a nurse that pushes it. Some people pick up on a man that stands behind it. Some people pick up on.
I've seen a man behind.
Yeah.
I'm finding it fascinating that people haven't been there and they're picking up bits that are associated with what others have when they've been there.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of experiences. Then we got.
I know I took a lot of photos in there when I was last there, and by your sandbags ended up with about 6 or 7 clear faces that were projected away from the bags.
Yeah, I remember. This is one of my favourite items. This is the first item I ever bought. It's a World War II baby gas mask.
I just feel like a man put it. I don't feel a baby to do with it. It's like a man.
Yeah.
I don't feel. I've never picked that one up actually, Neil.
No. And of course, you got sandbags. We've got more sandbags to set up.
Okay, oh, that is actually a photo. I was going to say I can see someone against your wall, but it is a picture.
Yeah, that's a photograph. And then we've got lots of helmets.
No, I put one of your helmets on there, and I got a real pain in my forehead. But I put the helmet on back to front. When I took it off, there was a hole in the helmet.
Yeah, that was the German helmet.
And I had to take off very, very quickly.
Which is that one? That's the German helmet. You know, we've got bayonets and all sorts.
Amy's saying, give her a shout if you want to take the camera.
Sorry?
Amy's saying, give her a shout if you want her to take the camera.
Oh, yeah, Amy's downstairs. Okay,
she says,
Amy,
if you want to come and hold the camera for you so you can talk and she follows you around, she's happy to.
Okay,
would you like to? Yes, please, Amy.
So I don't know how to turn the camera around.
What are you using? A phone?
Yeah.
iPhone. I don't know whether you can.
Yeah.
I think you have to walk with it that way.
Hello, Amy.
Yeah, right.
So, unfortunately, I don't know how to turn
Where, Amy?
Oh, yeah, I'll just hold it that way for you.
Okay, then. So that's the war room. Do you want to look at the other rooms?
Yes, please, Neil.
See if we can. It will be quite dark.
No worries. Before you go into the dark, Neil,
yeah.
You've got a shattered mirror that used to be in the middle room, haven't you? That's in the right-hand corner or behind you.
That's the one
that was being repaired. That got it was in the chamber of fear, and that got pushed over by unseen hands. Amy spent 6 months, 8 months.
About 8 months I spent
repairing it, and it's actually repaired now, and it's back in the.
Are you still not missing? Like, remember when it broke? I said when you put it back together, because it's like a jigsaw, there's going to be a diagonal missing, didn't I, Neil?
I remember you saying that.
Okay, and what's missing in the middle?
Nothing.
No, it's fully.
It's complete.
Is there not a diagonal piece, a curved piece missing?
No, there's no pieces. We've actually got pieces left over, you know.
How have you got pieces left over?
I don't know.
If we show
you've got one piece missing. There was a curved piece.
No, it's actually complete.
You've got it all complete. How can you have it glass?
I don't know. I don't know where it's come from. Bit of a weird one.
Have you, before you move on, Neil, have you kept finding extra glass after you collected it up?
Oh yeah, we found about 3 pieces in the witch's room, which is the room outside the chamber of fear.
And I found another piece, a couple of pieces in the chamber of fear as well.
Yeah, so we did keep finding pieces. So whether the hooded figures brought them in from somewhere else, I don't know. But we've still got pieces of glass in the box, and the mirror's complete.
I won't say what I'm getting at the minute, but I'll talk to you afterwards, Neil.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like you keep finding pieces, even though it's complete, you're still finding bits occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no one knows that. And until tonight, no one knew it, apart from me and Amy.
Yeah.
That's a good report, anyway.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, go on then. Carry on, Neil. Just you get everyone to sign your door as well, don't you? With all the visitors.
The comments door from all the teams. We've actually started another one now as well. I think you're the first one to sign with the other one, weren't you, Gavin?
I was. I think when I came up with, when me, Marie, Sadie, and came up there.
I think so. I don't know how much you'll be able to see. And
you can see pretty clearly at the minute.
I could put my light on if I need to.
Okay then. So this is the chamber of fear.
It's your favourite room, Stephen. There's one online that came with us that sat in that room by himself. They'd never done a paranormal investigation.
That's the mirror.
Okay. And that's the position it was in when it got pushed over.
It was leaning against the wall, so it got against gravity and got smashed.
But it was caught on camera, wasn't it, as well, Neil?
Yeah, I've got the video.
Can't believe he's got a good shot of it.
Okay, no, it was good that I can't recall it with clarity in my mind, but I know that you caught a shadow figure come, didn't you, Neil, to push it?
Yeah.
And if everyone look on the window, move back a bit, Amy, for us. Where
Wait,
you
do you
were,
want me to
the
put
man
that-
on the right, everyone, on the right, reflection of the mirror, you've got two figures stood there at the minute that you should be able to see. And the man closest to the mirror is now waving his right arm up to wave as you're looking at the screen. That's it. It's right in the corner. It wasn't there initially. I know it is using the reflection of the glass, but his face is moving. The arm's moving slightly closer to his head and back to the corner. Okay. Sorry, I distracted you there, Neil, but your place is fascinating.
That's good.
Right.
There's a different one now. Another head coming on the picture. The man bent over.
Okay, so this is the occult or the witcher room. Anything with remotely negative energy comes into this room or the sounds room. So, you know, we've got Alistair Crowley's death mask, and we've got these dolls were connected to voodoo, and we've got Nkondi. These are quite interesting.
I remember that one.
Yeah, we've got two of them now. So they're quite interesting.
Shall I ask you where the other one was?
Yeah. So I don't.
Well, I can see all sorts around. I can just see the energies around.
That's good. I really don't think you'll see anything in the science room.
Can you point it in? Just Amy said she's got a torch on her.
You got a torch?
Yeah,
Light.
I've got a light on my phone, so.
This is my favourite room of the location.
Can you
And
see?
that mirror, does anyone pick anything up about that mirror?
So that's the mirror.
That's the mirror of Neil's book. So does anyone pick anything up about that mirror? This particular room as well, but while you're commenting whether anyone picks anything up about the mirror, he has got a couple of dolls, or did used to have a couple of dolls in that room, with a few others on a paranormal investigation. We saw the doll move, and it was like as if she cried, if I remember rightly, Neil. I can't remember exactly, but she did something. They moved for us, but with captured humor as well.
Yeah, they're in the room now, so.
Okay. Did anyone pick anything up about the mirror? You've got a man behind you as well, Neil.
Man behind me.
It was, yes, it was in the back corner behind your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's he look like?
You got the glass. I know who it is exactly. It's the one that I captured on the photo and put up on the
Right.
the advertisement. The doctor with the glasses.
Yeah.
But he's vanished.
Yeah. Good.
Right.
Okay. I've actually slept in that room with Marie one night.
Yeah.
In there. I did actually get a good night's sleep.
That's moved.
That's moved.
What's that gone?
Well, that's I don't know if it's a Dybbuk box. It's a haunted box. It was completely.
That's completely.
It was completely sealed in wax, but the wax is cracked and gone.
There's a face on the camera in the middle of that glass section. It's just a tiny bit higher up of a well, I don't know what it was. I'll have to play this back afterwards.
And that's been moved because it wasn't like that when I left it.
And it wasn't like that on Friday.
It wasn't like that Friday night.
The face is back again, everyone. On the box, if you look at the box behind it, on the reflection of the glass, you've got something with a big pointy nose. It's just moved. It's there again.
That's the one.
With a big pointy nose.
If you do buy my book, there's three
There's one
pictures of that.
upside down with a face. Woman with a small mouth, eyes, nose. You've got another face. Oh, I won't explain that one. I better. You mentioned something with a horn. You just had a reflection of there. It is again on the left now. It's just gone again, coming and going. They're not long. They're small.
Okay.
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 So they're the rooms. Do you want to have a look at the new tea room as well, Gavin?
Yes, please, Neil. Yeah,
You go first, Amy.
Okay.
that's brave of Neil, letting you go first, Amy.
He always does.
Amy's come up because I don't like to put it on my own.
I'm his bodyguard. Oh, is it padlocked? Is it? We'll go that way then.
Go this way.
We'll come up afterwards.
Oh, if you've got to go down, have you got items in that room, Neil? Have you got items downstairs? Have you got items downstairs?
No, there's
If you
no
haven't,
items.
don't worry about it.
There's no items. It's just the stuff
Don't worry too much about the downstairs.
Okay, we'll stay up here then.
Yeah, don't worry too much about the downstairs at the moment. Right. Okay. What did anyone see or pick up? Did anyone pick up anything that I didn't say or anything else? Give us a comment and we'll see whether that matches up with something Neil knows. There's a few of you that are sensitive.
Okay, shall we just put this back on there?
Valerie, you went on an event and I was there. Neil has so many teams going in and out there. If there's not a medium there with a team, Neil has a medium there. So if anyone went in there, Neil doesn't want to lose anything from that location anyway. You go home absolutely fine. He always makes sure him and Jane are very, very good. Anyone that visits, and make sure there's no problem with people leaving. Personally, there are negative energies there. I won't disagree with that. But the majority of them will actually give a lot of interaction as well, won't they, Neil?
Oh, yeah. They're all really good, actually.
Gemma's asking, is it open to the public? You open to the public when it's not locked down, don't you, on a Saturday?
Yeah, we are. When it's not locked down, we open Mondays and Saturdays to the general public. However, we will be reopening as soon as the government say we can. Initially, people will have to book in. Normally, people just turn up. But to start off with, as soon as the government says we're allowed to reopen, people can book slots. So we're going to control how many people are up here.
Yeah, no, that's at least then you're doing it safe and following every sort of guideline.
Yeah, and there'll be a one-way system through the centre as well. So there'll be, if you go come in with
I've been to the shops in these one-way systems.
Sorry?
I said as if that's going to work. I've been to the co-op with the one-way system.
Yeah, I know, but at least I'm trying.
Yeah. So what's your best activity that's been either yourself seen at the Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Centre, and what's the best activity captured in total?
And the best one, the door's just opened, by the way.
I'd say two or go with 2 or 3 because there's so much that's happened. Your best couple of things that have happened. The teams have gathered.
Yeah, the best ones that we've captured ourselves, and a team was here, is the mirror being pushed in the Chamber of Fear. But the door just to the left of me has been captured on camera countless times. Even Phil Wyman came with his Are You Haunted team, and they caught the door opening on its own when they were up here. So the door is a regular thing opening. We've had people being overshadowed. We've had people being scratched, not very often, but we've had a couple of people being scratched. They get good Ouija board activity, the dowsing rods, writing planchette. To be honest, we get the full mix.
Just asking how many of them are interested in visiting your place. I was going to ask April to count the responses so I don't have to look at the comments.
All right.
So yeah, you do get a full mix. I know a lot of people get images, etc. there. We've already covered how you can go online. Okay. What's the best activity or the best evidence that's been captured by various teams? I know obviously I've got a few folks that I've been with their team, 2 guys that got an apparition by the Dorso John, I believe. There's an awful lot that happens there. EVPs.
Yeah. Well, probably one of the best is an EVP. I don't know if you've heard of MJ Dixon from Sage Paranormal. She was on Paranormal Captured. she was up here with Joe Lockwood and another lady, and they were doing work round. I'm sitting in Grandma Mary's chair, right, and they were doing work, EVP work round here, and they had a guy filming.
We've seen colours, Neil.
Sorry,
we've seen colours. Someone's just said. I've only just realised.
Yeah. So MJ caught an EVP and she was asking questions, and as clear as day, this old lady's voice says, "For the children." Now, when they checked the video footage, there was no wording there. So that was really good. But my favourite is probably the mirror. That takes some beating. And plus Jane astral projecting into the mirror. That's that was a fantastic live feed for the members.
All right, I didn't go that far. I didn't go all the way in.
No.
But interesting because it kind of was more to prove the point of portals, and not every mirror's got a portal or through it, but lots have.
And that big mirror in the science room makes this place different to every other museum in the country because it is special. But me personally, I think this place is so active because of our intent. You know, we treat everybody, every spirit, every human living person with complete respect. You know, even if the devil himself came into the center, we will talk to him like a normal human being to start off with. If he does something nasty, that'll change. But we will treat everybody with the right intent. You're looking concerned there, Gavin.
I'm not concerned, but the curtain just completely moved, but then went back. So
One's coming in.
I know I'd got on my mind to try and draw a spirit from your location while we're online, but I hadn't asked him to come yet. Right. I just had a quick question. While we were walking around, a couple of them had said they thought they'd seen a wolf.
A wolf?
It started when you were in the sounds room at the end.
Yeah.
It was a wolf.
Well, we do have at least a couple of spirit dogs up here, but a wolf, it doesn't surprise me because it could be another one of the creatures, and that's what it looks like.
Like a girl crying or something as you were walking back. I don't know exactly what they either heard or saw.
Okay, was that from the seance room?
When whoever said about the girl crying, was that in the seance room or where Neil is now? Please. Also, very quick question. You've been asked, how do you protect yourself? I would have said, personally, as long as you're respectful to spirits and you've got no problem anyway. Neil would probably admit he wouldn't like to be in there alone.
To be honest, none of us protect ourselves at all.
It's just respect. Being polite.
Yeah, we like I said, we respect everybody. However, we've all got complete confidence in Jane. If something happens to one of us up here, I know without a shadow of doubt, Jane can handle it and Jane can sort it because we want to experience everything. And I think if people go into a haunted location with too much protection, they're stopping some spirits coming close enough to them. So we all of us want to experience as much as we possibly can, whether it's good or bad. I'm quite happy sitting talking to Grandma Mary, who's a lovely old lady spirit with one of the dolls. I'm quite happy talking to her or one of the children who come up here. But if something really
no matter how many of you visit a location like that, it's different to any other location. Really, there's not many like Neil's. There are a few. There's not many like Neil's where if there was 20 of you in there when it's not locked down, there's spirits everywhere. So every single person could be having different type of communication, different experience at the same time.
Yeah.
And like the first room that Neil showed us is pretty much a positive room. not in its entirety, but there are pretty, you can keep away from stuff if you didn't want to. Neil's very much organised in a way that there's experience for everyone.
Yeah, the way we describe the centre is the war room and this Grandma Mary's room is a positive room. So this is where the nice spirits tend to stay. In the doorway that we went through, you know, the doorway with all the comments on, there's a big guy who stands in that doorway in spirit, and he stops any negative spirits coming into this area. So if there's somebody negative in the witch's room or the sense room, the children won't go in there. So they'll stay here. So if someone visits the centre and they don't want to go into the dark side, they can stay in these two rooms and communicate with the children or Grandma Mary or yeah. There is a quite a nasty spirit that comes up the front stairs now though.
Yeah. He'll try and push or things like that, won't he? If he's challenged more. So again, you wouldn't have to experience that yourselves. It's more if you try to get him noticed, he's more likely to do something, isn't he?
Yeah, but you know, we say he's not so nice, but he's not gonna overshadow you. He's not gonna scratch you. He won't do that sort of thing.
Is that the doctor?
The what? Sorry.
Is that one of the doctors?
There is a doctor. There is a doctor on the front stairs, but he's the money lender who used to cut. He's connected to the building.
Okay. So, any funny stories about being at the centre?
Any funny stories? Yeah. The funniest is many years ago, just after we first opened. This is Sharon's story.
Yeah, I know.
Just outside the door, there's a step down, then a step up. Now we always step over the gap in one step. But one night when the team was here, one of the old team members, Sharon, she tried to step over the gap but missed the step, and she went rolling onto the floor into this main room. Fortunately, we caught it on 4 different camera angles. So within 10 minutes, that was on Facebook, plastered everywhere about Sharon forever. I don't think Sharon will mind me saying this, but that was hilarious.
Was anything happen funny towards you yourself?
Funny towards me? Probably the funniest. This is featured on one of our live feed show with Amy and Jane. They do Confessions of the Paranormal Investigator. So if anyone's got any funny stories, please send them to Amy. But this funny story was, me and Amy were looking after a team, and I'd been here all day, so I was tired, and I fell asleep. But I woke myself up with a loud fart. So that's my funny story. Amy still...
Scary moments. Did you cover one scary moment that happened to you personally, where you felt the most scared?
That would be on the bottom of the back stairs. We didn't have access through the bottom door, and I did a members live feed when I sat at the bottom stairs on my own, because I've been warned that there's some entities that doesn't like me, and they even warned me Saturday night. Yeah, we did a pendulum in the witch's room as a members live feed, just me and Amy, and some spirits have said they are going to get me next week.
Fireman, your experience of fireman.
Sorry?
The fireman. I might not be
fireman.
in the centre, but I know I'd spotted him at the centre.
Right.
So what was your experience with fireman?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Because not at the centre, didn't you have something happen years ago at a different location?
Are we on about Aleister Crowley?
You didn't explain the story to me, so I've kept it till now.
Well, the spirit of Aleister Crowley does come to the centre, and he overshadowed me many years ago down through Crime Museum. So he's got some sort of connection with us up here, and we can always tell when he's up here because the electrical stuff starts going haywire. Aleister Crowley affects electrical stuff.
Wherever I've been, I've always asked whatever spirits to use everyone else's electric equipment, not my own. I've normally been all right.
No, we've had teams. All the teams will probably experience this at other locations, but teams within a couple of minutes going, especially in the sounds room, going in the sounds room, brand new batteries are completely gone within 2 minutes.
30 seconds till I got my bigger batch back. Yours was one of the first less when I got. I think it was 12 or 20. I can't remember. It was either 12 or 24 AA batteries and brand new. Less than a couple of minutes, gone.
Yeah,
so,
the spirits are a bit damned annoying doing that.
Yeah. With everything that's around, you're still really enjoying the paranormal, aren't you, as well?
I love it. I do really love it, and I consider myself very fortunate to have this place. You know, this is my job now. I don't have a full-time job. This is my livelihood now. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very, very fortunate to have people like Jane and Amy with me as well, and the Hags and everyone who puts so much effort into making HAPRC such a success. So I do love it. I do enjoy being up here. But having said that, Amy's come tonight because I really don't like being up here on my own.
Could you stop there for a moment, Neil? Some of them are saying they need a toilet break, but they don't want to miss anything you say.
Okay, go and have a wee.
You haven't had that happen on an interview before, have you?
Sorry?
They're that interesting. They don't want to miss a word you're saying, but they want a toilet break. But you've not had that happen on an interview before?
That's got to go in my second book.
On then, if any of you want to get a drink or go to the toilet like Sandra, go now, and I'll wait for Sandra to tell us when she's back. April, for me to answer that question, just message us privately. Okay, and I will do. How's Amy then? Do you want to tell the ones that are still watching who's Amy? She does one of the live streams as well, doesn't she?
Amy is a valued team member now. She's also got the responsibility of being a key holder. Amy does quite a few shows for the HAPRC live feeds channel. So she does the Confessions of the Paranormal Investigator. So she's basically telling any funny story, whether it's paranormal related or the lockdown related. Grass on your mates, anything you want to do to make people laugh, because I think we need to laugh, especially nowadays with everything that's going on in the world. She does the Gifts and Gadgets show.
She might want to help you on one of my next questions.
Okay.
I've got a question about gadgets and equipment.
All right. She does the Lockdown Loonies on a Friday night, where they just 4 or 5 the presenters just have a laugh.
Yeah, mental.
Most
Saturdays.
Some of them are asking, they can still hear the crying girl. They're still picking up on the crying girl.
Okay, the crying girl is actually connected to the building. She died up here, and her mum. The crying girl is actually a young lady. She was the mum of the baby who died, and she's still looking for a baby.
But she's not as sad as just the crying. That's like the energy of the incident that happened. Because Neil's in the building there where that incident happened. The energy is left an imprint. Okay? So it's not like one of the items is the best way to say it.
No, it's not. No relation to any items. The main thing to us, we don't contain any spirits up here. If they want to go, and Jane can help them, Jane will help them. It doesn't matter who they are or what they've done or anything. If they want to move into the light, Jane will help them.
A lot of them will go to the light, in my experience, and come straight back down to where they want to be anyway.
Yeah, but the spirits we've got up here want to be up here. Without exception, they all want to be here, because I don't think it's my place or our place to contain any spirits or anybody somewhere where they don't really want to be.
If anything, you've actually gained extra spirits with being in that principle that have arrived on their own accord.
Yeah, you know, we get more coming all the time.
She was a young lady rather than an actual girl, but she was looking. Was there a fire or something, Neil?
There was a fire, yes.
That's what I'm just picking up. I don't know exactly, but the crying girl is as if there was a fire. Okay. I don't know whether it's linked together, but I know it's in that area is what I pick up on.
Yeah. Yeah. The fire was actually next door in the pub.
Which, okay, that is the side that you were going towards. And yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's right to the side of that wall.
Some people have got their ears going and sore head. You're not the first one that said sore head, Grace. While you're sat, it's only been while you've been sat there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's...
Wild Bill's with us.
Sorry?
Wild Bill's with us.
All right. Wild Bill especially likes one of our items. It's a plate that affects quite a few people.
What plate's that? Do you want to show them? And we'll see what anyone picks up.
You can do. Amy will go and get it. It's actually in the Chamber of Fear now. So it's a plate that's been given to us, and we did a members live feed on it, and it's a bit weird.
Yes, Gemma, the spirits do communicate. They'll communicate in a lot of methods there. I guess that's why a lot of them are in Neil's location. They do like the interaction.
Yeah, they do, especially Hannah. You know, Hannah came here and she'd been kept in the attic for years.
So I was going to ask you after, before we finish, whether you could have Hannah on your lap. I was going to see if she'll talk on the spirit box, my end, to them.
Okay, so that's the weird plate. Now, Wild Bill's probably going crazy because he just hates it. So that's the plate. But yeah, the Hannah doll, she was kept in an attic for a long time. But she likes it now because a lot of people who come in are drawn straight to her, and they pick it up because we don't class the centre as a museum as such. Things aren't behind glass. There's only 3 things behind glass. So people who come, even the general public, they are allowed to pick things up.
That plate used for scrying? That's me asking. I don't know what anyone else picked up, but I know their ears and head went. Because if it was used for scrying, with energy, I picked up more from it than an individual.
Yeah, we have got a scrying mirror in the witch's room.
The plate you just held up, it was as if there would have been water on it at some point for scrying.
I don't know. We've not had that.
It was just like the energy from it. Just my ears went. I didn't feel spirit from it. It was just ears, high pitched ringing.
Yeah, Jane picked up on a wood.
On a what? Sorry.
In a forest.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that goes sort of with what. Yeah.
But it's a bit of a weird thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I know your favourite location. Some of them must be back now. There's 14 of them anyway. I've got to write that down. What location have you visited the most? Obviously, it'd be Antique Paranormal Research and Centre. You're always in there.
Yeah.
But apart from that, what's your most visited?
That would probably be either Hinckley Museum or Dudley Castle. Like I say, I love both. Hinckley Museum because it was the first one I ever investigated, and it's nice and it's friendly. There's nothing evil there. So we've had some really good nights there. Dudley Castle is just an amazing location, and I'm looking forward to taking my members there.
Some saw a face in the plate, some saw a wolf, some saw a bear, and someone saw blood.
Right, all sorts.
I don't know whether that helps you with anything that's come up previously.
Yeah, obviously, when I shall rewatch this show again, and I'll write everything down that people are doing because that will be added to our research, and that's.
I guess you can.
That's what we do. We just record everything because, like I said,
a lot of them heard a high pitched voice.
Yeah, if one person says a name, that's their experience. But when it comes to 10 people or 5 people saying the same name, there's got to be something in it then, because the chances of different people.
Was there a face actually on that? I just heard that, whatever that was. We just heard a bang.
That was the door opening.
Okay.
Again.
And Amy's by the camera.
Yeah, Amy's just.
Is there actually a face on that plate to start with, or was it just a pattern?
It's just a pattern, but it does look like teeth. It does look like teeth here.
There's a man's face right in the middle, though.
Right. Yeah, I know that.
Got 3 names coming to me. They're all female.
All right. He's interested. It was actually given to us, though.
How am I? Okay, it's all right. I've worked out. I was going to say I'm commenting myself. I've just worked out why. It's all right. And you're commenting as me, April. Right. Someone said a pagan plate is what they feel when they looked at it.
Okay.
They saw teeth and they saw fur and a bear. That's a few people said a bear.
Yeah.
Someone said the name Heidi. It's actually funny enough, is the name I got. I didn't say the names in case they said it. Heidi was one of the names that I got when I looked at your plate.
We have had Heidi before up here in this room.
Okay? But it was at that plate, and I did see a woman's face, and I got Heidi. Okay. Right. So I've covered that one. So there's the locations. You've already told us about Sims. So go on then. Tell us about your book in a bit more detail. Why did you start writing? Was it something you always wanted to do?
No, not at all. I'd never ever considered writing a book in my whole life. It was suggested when we opened the centre. It was suggested to keep sort of a diary of what we did and to write a book. But I sort of changed that. And the Mercurius and the Shattered Mirror is about me as a child and my first experience, at Home on the Hill, my ghost when I was doing venues, and it sort of takes me through how I started the collection, how I started on Haunted Antiques, how I started the centre. So it's quite a good book. It's got lots of pictures in, so Amy's happy about that one.
Yeah.
Wild Bill, why does the plate bother you so much? If you could give us a
Wild Bill doesn't like the
explanation,
plate.
and I'll read it out. Unless Neil already knows the story.
It just makes Wild Bill feel a bit
Wild.
boring, I think. Wild Bill's always wild, but
Trina says she thinks she's hearing the name William where you are now.
yeah, William is connected to the wheelchair in the war room.
A lot of them are starting to pick up more. The more you stay in a location, the more they seem to pick up on the location. And if they wanted to buy your book, we've already said obviously to contact you. How much is your book? I know it's the same price whether there's an autograph in or not, if that's correct.
Yeah, the book is £8. Obviously, my members get a 10% discount. So the book is £8. If you want to buy it off me personally, I will sign everyone. If you buy it off Amazon, they won't be signed. So it's best to buy it off me. I think to post it out is about £3.10 or something, £3 or something. So I can post it out for that extra £3.10, and I will sign it.
Trina's impressed with herself. She said, "Oh wow, so no, thank you." So, what's your favourite item in the location? Well, let me ask your favourite in a positive way, and your favourite as in because the effect it has on people.
Okay, my favourite. Do you want to get Bob? Bob's clown. See, no, down, no.
If you want to become a member of Neil's, go to the search on Facebook, and it's Haunted Research. It's the easiest way to find his page. Message him, tell him you'd like to become a member, and he will message straight back. Neil's probably one of the fastest people to message anyone back, and his book's called
Mercurius and the Shattered Mirror. Okay,
This
is probably my favourite nice item. This is Bob's clown. He's a lovely lad. He's part of our family now. I've always said to Julie, if the centre failed and we have to sell everything, I would never part with Bob's clown. Bob had a really unhappy life, but he's happy now and he plays. You know, he had physical disabilities, but now he can run about and he plays with other children. And what's nice is I'm
Robert
sitting
James.
in front of my,
That's his surname. Robert
Sorry?
James. Robert James.
Okay, I do know his full name. I know where he comes from, but we're not going back too many years. So just in case his
Okay.
family, because he got siblings.
Okay.
Now I'm sitting in Grandma Mary's rocking chair, and we've been told that Grandma Mary tells the children stories. So which is a nice paranormal story. You know, it's not all bad. It's not all negative. It's nice that an old lady's spirit tells the spirit children stories, and they all sit around the floor in front of her, listening to her. So
She's lovely energy.
Bob is probably my favourite, and he will always be with me. The most negative one is the mirror. The mirror is quite scary.
Is that your worst item, or
That's
would that
probably
be your worst item?
or
Worst item to other people that you've obviously rehomed for a positive reason.
Another negative item is that red haunted box in the sounds room, because something strange has happened to that since we last seen it. You know, the wax is definitely changing.
I've just got shivers. The moment you've said that, it's like, whoa.
And it was interesting you saying you saw a face with a long pointy nose.
A lot of them did.
Again, if you buy the book, you will see 3 pictures. One picture that Jane drew of the entity that she saw in the box when we first got it. And there's a photograph of a friend, and her face had changed, and her nose looked long and pointy. Then there's a third picture. It's not come out fantastically clear in the book, but it's a thermal picture of the box in the glass dome, and you can clearly see a face with a pointy nose in it. So that's
Where
3.
did the box come from? A couple of them have asked.
Well,
You might not be in detail, but
yeah, I bought that online. I don't tend to buy things online, because you don't
you were
know
drawn
where you
to
get
it.
it. But I was drawn to it. All these things in here is either me drawn to it, or Jane's drawn to it, or somebody's drawn to them. So that's how we buy things. But we're finding now quite a few people are asking us to take items off them because they don't want them in their house any longer.
Have you been told before that someone can hear? I can hear a harmonica playing, but someone's saying they can hear humming, but I can hear a harmonica gently in the background.
I'm
Right.
not sure.
Might be wrong. Like a sound a harmonica would make. It's like that.
Yeah. Quite possibly.
Someone else saying I hear that.
I can't remember. This is my memory's not like it used to be. So I have to write everything down. Like I said, I will go through this video again and write everything down, because I've got a memory like a sieve. Jane has got a memory like a book. She just remembers everything.
Can't believe it. I think I've covered the questions I've written down. I'll ask viewers if they've got any. Neil, please take that plate out of that room, please. Everyone's got their ears, and they're asking if you can move the plate away again.
Okay, Amy, take it out.
I think you'll all find in a second, but you'll be fine. Okay? This will be interesting to Neil as well. It's gone.
You will be fine.
It's gone. Well, I can't hear it now.
Yeah.
Some of them got tight chests.
Yeah, the plate's gone.
Can't hear the harmonica sound now either.
No, must be coming from the plate then.
It was getting louder.
Yeah.
Wild Bill saying you've got to get that plate out of the room.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. But the comments will be later on there. So if anyone's got any questions they want to ask Neil, now, you know who hums? They're definitely humming. Do you know what sound they're humming or anything? Can you narrow it down at all, Trina? It's the plate. It hates me. Well, Bill said.
It does. It does. Like I said, we every now and again we will do an item members live feed. It's basically just put an item in front of the camera to see what the members pick up on, and I either use pendulum or dowsing rods. And the night I did the plate, it was affecting quite a few people, especially Wild Bill.
It's lady. I mean, all of them are fine now. And how long have you had the centre for? I'm being asked.
The centre opened 2 years ago in February, just gone, so just over 2 years. We got downstairs in the whole building February this year. So
Will they get nightmares if they read your book?
no.
No.
The book. What the way I wanted to write the book is not give too much away from the items, because I think teams need to come in and find things out for themselves. So I don't tell people things. I'm not a highly educated person, so there's no big words. It's just a normal, easy to read book. And to be honest, quite a few people have picked it up, and they've messaged me and said we just couldn't put it down because they were just reading it non-stop, and they read it all in a day. So it's just
about your life, really, isn't it? About your life in more detail, and they're all enjoying your chat and being online with you. So it's in more detail from him growing up.
It's a little more detail. To be honest, my favourite part of the book is about the lady who I saw many years ago. You know, I said at the start of the show, the spirit who I first saw. It's my favourite. There's a chapter about her because there's a lot more about her that meets the eye in a good way.
Neil, there's a few of them that do want to purchase. Where's the best place for them to go if they want to purchase?
They can just if they just
research message.
They can message me on Facebook on Messenger, or send a message to the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre on Facebook, or they can email me if they're sooner.
I know I put in the description for this video, so when we're offline, you go back to the video in the description. Neil's contact details are there anyway for the centre.
Yeah, or just send me a friend request. You know, I'm a bit of a tart. I accept everybody until they say something I don't like. Then I get rid of them.
What gave you the idea to open a centre opposed to another haunted location, just like others?
I like to be different. I'd hate it to be the same as everybody else, and that's why things aren't behind glass. Quite a few people said I'm crazy letting people touch things, but they said things would get nicked. But we have not had a single item stolen from the centre. Touch wood. But I
think bring it back.
Sorry.
Bring it back.
Yeah, it would. I know, and I like to be different, and I would hate it to be the same as all the other places because I'd get bored. I get bored very easily, and that's why I keep changing things. You know, you could come when the lockdown's over. You could come and spend 3 hours up here on a Saturday and enjoy it, but come back in a month's time, things will be different because I'll move things around. And even Amy and Jane will come up and says that weren't there last time because I've moved it.
I've moved it for you.
But I'm.
The interesting thing about it is because once you move, other people notice things that
Yeah.
they hadn't noticed before.
Yeah, people notice things more. If you keep and I don't want it to be always the same. Otherwise, people would get bored, so they wouldn't keep coming back. I'd get bored, so I'd lose my interest. So then that's my energy going out the place. So, and it's my passion, and it's Jane's passion, and Amy's passion. We're just fortunate that there's a lot of other people who want to share our journey. You know, this HAPRC is my journey, but it's now Jane's journey. It's Amy's journey, and it's all the other people who come up every Saturday that we're open.
Do you charge on a Saturday?
No, it's free on a Saturday to the general public. But if you want to leave me a donation, I should say thank you very much. So it's free, and you'll come in, and I'll give you, or Jane will give you, or Amy will give you the guided tour. we'll answer any questions that you got. Once the tour's over, you can spend some time on your own. Also, you can spend some money in the shop.
And you're fully booked now, aren't you? The rest of the year, I'd imagine, especially after lockdown. You don't have any gaps left, do you?
For teams, I only allow teams in Fridays and Saturday nights, and that's not every Friday. But because of the lockdown, I've had to sort of postpone quite a few teams the last 2-3 months. So this year is fully booked. But if there's teams watching or people want to come and investigate, there's an online booking form on the website, which
I've gathered there's about 14 of them. So I got thinking I may have been able to do something myself with the viewers and people from the page to bring them all together at one time.
Yeah.
There's about 14, 15 of them that said yes at the minute.
Yeah.
So they'd like to visit. So we'll have to have a chat afterwards, a date, and I'll post on the page a date and see what people want to do.
Yeah.
And that also gives them a chance to meet each other in person and comment with each other.
And also something else I do, which I don't think anyone else does. You know, insurance. You know, if a team goes to Dudley Castle, you need £5 million worth of insurance. And if you don't investigate that much, that works out a lot of money over the year. Now, if you only do 3 or 4 investigations, so what I do is, if people want a group of mates to come and investigate, and they don't do it every week, they can actually use my insurance. So, and that's just another £25 on top. So if any
They did come with me, I know I've got I think it's 10 actually.
Yeah.
I've got the insurance.
There are some teams who don't do many investigations. So
yeah, it does get expensive. But mine is just like it's cheap because it's top up to my medium insurance anyway.
It's just a way that everyone gets the opportunity to come here.
Which not a lot of other places do that.
I don't.
I think if you fall over in the dark or something like that, and you're on Neil's, it would be covered.
I don't know. I don't know of any other place that does that.
No, there's not. Right, what other questions was there? Neil, you're brave. There must be spirits protecting you too. Yeah, there's a lot that look after Neil. A lot that look after Neil. Oh, I know a question I missed. That's the only one on here, which I said when they went to the loo. Equipment. What's your favourite equipment? We may as well ask Amy while she's there what her favourite equipment is.
My favourite piece of equipment is probably the dowsing rods or pendulum, and the REM pod. I like the REM pod, but we don't tend to use a lot of equipment personally up here.
They do a lot of what's called seances, don't you, Neil, on lives where you're using?
I like seances and the old-fashioned. The way I like to use equipment is working with Jane. Jane and I work really, really well together. So Jane will pick up on a spirit, and she will ask the spirit what piece of equipment they want us to use that they can affect. For example, if they say dowsing rods, I'll get my dowsing rods. Because if they can't affect the dowsing rods, it's no good using them. But if they
my favourite dowsing rods.
Yeah, and no, if they can affect the REM pod, we will use the REM pod. If they say K2, we don't tend to use a K2, but that's just an example. So Jane will ask them, because Jane obviously can see them and hear them. We can't. So it's just a backup. It's so I can see and Amy can see who we can talk to the spirit that Jane's picking up on. So I'll just turn the camera around to Amy, say her favourite piece of equipment.
I really like the FLIR one, the thermal imaging camera, and I like to use full spectrum camera and the infrared camera because I like the paranormal photography.
There you go. So that's Amy's favourite gadget.
So ultimately, then yours would be yourself. Then technically, yourself is the instrument.
Yeah, definitely. It wouldn't bother me if we went to a location with no equipment at all. If we just went in And if it's just me and Jane, if me and Jane just went into a location, I'd be quite happy.
Sorry, one sec. There's a lady coming from your centre to be drawn. Give me 1 second.
Okay. He's drawing. I like this chair.
I love that.
That's very, very quick.
Okay. Is she a young lady?
No, she's old. She was old.
Okay.
An old lady. 1 sec. Don't trust you. She's humming at me.
Is she?
Happy.
They're all happy up here.
Trying to be quick. There you go. She said that's for you. Try to make yourself look older.
Okay, thank you.
Does that mean anything to you? I'll send you a photo of it, which is much clearer than what I'm trying to.
Photo, I'll see it better.
Yeah, it does. It comes up much better on a photo.
Yeah, okay.
As if she wasn't happy till she got to you, anyway, is what I'm picking up. Because she wants to thank you. Which is actually funny. We're just talking about whether they want to be there. So she's thanking you for allowing her to be there. She's got her family. So you're her family, is what I'm picking up.
That's good. Well, that's how we treat the spirits up here. We treat them like family. You know, we come upstairs and we say hello to everybody.
Potentially, but I'm not positive. This could be something else. Now, Helen could be a potential name.
Okay.
Okay. Don't know if that means anything or anyone else's.
I'd have to look back because, like I said, my memory's not.
She's definitely from the room you're in now. Okay, as well.
Okay. The main.
Stop! I was only bringing one. You've got loads that want to be drawn now. She's still talking now. 1 second, right?
Amy just said we have had Helen up here before.
You're getting yellow. I'm just getting yellow, and I don't know whether that means anything.
Yeah.
Anyone else picking up anything? Yellow rose. Someone's saying. It's neither of your two's birthday, was it recently? Yours or Amy's? It'd normally be Amy's if I'm being given flowers for a birthday. It's like there's flowers. Unless she was holding something, she's something to do with flowers.
Yeah. It was Jane's birthday not long ago.
Okay, because there's flowers being given and she wants you to hand flowers.
Okay.
So someone Jane would flowers. Does she like yellow anyway, Jane?
I don't know. Her favourite colour is purple. That's why we wear purple.
I didn't know that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Bible uses an awful lot of equipment. Is there anyone that wants to ask Neil a question? Someone else is seeing yellow flowery curtains when we were talking, yellow flowery curtains.
Okay.
Neil takes it all in. If it doesn't respond, then he'll go back and see what it ties up with. There's so much stuff there, it'll... Oh, can they meet Hannah? We said about Hannah. I'd like to meet Hannah. Hannah.
Yeah, Amy will just go over and get her. No, you're going to want me older, aren't you?
Don't you like her?
I don't like her. To me, she's just a freaky ass doll.
She isn't. She's lovely.
Yeah, I think she's lovely.
Okay.
Before I say anything, what does anyone pick up about the doll then, please?
This is Anna, and it wouldn't surprise me if she turned her head.
She's done that. She's turned her head. My son ran out of the her seance room with her because she went and looked at him.
She's been caught on camera quite a few times moving her foot and moving around.
Can we try something quickly with the viewers while they're on there? Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I want to see whether Anna will talk on Spirit Box while she's on your lap on my Spirit Box.
Okay.
See whether I can get it to come through. Spirit, my intention is only for Anna or Hannah to come through, okay? Right. Are you with me? Yes. Hiya. Hiya. I recognise the voice as well. How are you? Oh, stop it. Get a name then as well.
Okay.
Oh, sit down. Yeah. You're here. Do you want to pass a message to Neil? No, just Anna, go on. Do you make Neil feel uncomfortable? Do you make Neil feel uncomfortable? Why do you make Neil feel uncomfortable? I liked you when I came there. I loved you being with me. Okay, do you remember me? What's my name, Anna? Just Anna. Just Anna. Just to come on. Other step back. Just Anna. Remember my name? No, my proper name. Thank you. Thank you. Can you remember my boy? You remember my boy's names? I met you as well. Because one of them, you made him crack his head as he came out of the seance room. Because your head turned. Can you remember my boy's names? No. Just Anna. I don't know whether you're moving or not, but the red's going from side to side, Neil. Do you want me to come back and see you again? It was like you gripped hold of me and didn't want me to put you down. So I held my neck. Do you want me to come and see you again soon? Who's here now? Who's talking now? Because she's not coming through. Who's talking to me now, please? Steve? John? Joe? Do you want to say to Neil? When? When? Do you know those three names that were just said?
Well, one was Steve. Steve come out, didn't it?
Steve, something, and Joe. I've just turned that off. They're turning it back on.
There's
Right.
definitely Steve up here.
Okay. What do you want to tell him? Throw next week.
Sorry?
Throw. It went throw next week, but with gaps in between it.
Okay then. Well, that is a bit creepy actually, because a week on Friday, during the members live feed, I'm going to be spending 3 hours on my own up here.
Have you got a golf ball? I'm just being shown like a golf ball. It looked like a golf ball to me. There's something that looks like a knob, but it looks like a golf ball.
We haven't got a golf ball, but we've got musket shot from the Civil War.
It's like as if it's no. It looks like it looks like a golf ball. But on top of it, it's like a lid of something. As if it's like got the dents in like a golf ball on a lid. It's like a handle that you lift it off of something.
Can't think of anything.
I've got said in the one area, it'd have been the witch's room. I'm picturing as if it's like it might be smaller, but it's like a witch's room, as if like there's a lid to like a pot or something. It's got dips and dots in it. So it's like an old golf ball would have been. I'm not saying it's white, but that's the texture of it.
I can't think of anything.
Apparently, Bill says he's challenging you to spend the full 3 hours with Hannah.
Yeah,
you should get a baby carrier. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Bill knows what he can do with that idea, though.
I'm just going to play.
I think if you ended up with 3 new members, what do you reckon, Wild Bill? Ends up with 3 new members out of this. He's going to do it for 3 hours.
If he gets 10, you'll spend 3 hours with her.
That's a good idea.
Amy says if we get 10 new members before I do it, I will walk around with Anna.
How about 5 new members but 20 new likes on your page?
No, it's got to be 10 new members.
No, it's got to be 10 new members.
10 new members.
You've got to make it worth your while.
Yeah. My heart is pounding holding this doll.
She's laughing. She looks like she's grinning away and actually laughing.
She probably is because she knows she
just likes to make you nervous.
She likes being held. And this is the first time I've actually sat with her on my lap.
She's grinning away.
Sorry?
She's grinning away.
She can grin.
And a lot of them prefer to spend 3 hours with a pack of hungry hyenas.
I would do, yeah. That'd be easy for me.
And I got on well with her. It's like she wouldn't have put down. It was like warm energy. I just felt she was nice, but I feel that she could be mischievous. Oh,
yeah, a lot of people.
Naughty.
Yeah, a lot of people are drawn to her and go straight to her and pick her up.
Bill says, come on, be reasonable. 5 new members and 50 likes and follows.
God.
10 new members. Because you won't do it.
No, got to be 10 members, Gavin.
And 10 members, Bill.
That was a loud bang then.
Bill, have you sent him any new members recently? Can we add those to this number? He's getting more and more nervous. Where was the loud bang behind you?
Pardon?
Where was the loud bang behind you?
Oh, I thought it was downstairs.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like downstairs.
And Bill's saying, work with me, Amy. There's work with me, Amy. Bill does. I think it's got to be fair. You've made Bill's head hurt for about 10-15 minutes. That plate. He didn't leave and go offline.
Yeah, but I'm allowed to be cruel.
I'll tell you what, Bill. Tell old Bill.
Her eyes have got really dark, and the viewers are commenting.
The plate.
What was that? if he has the plate with him, what's that? What was the what did Amy say?
Bob Bill spends 10 minutes just looking at the plate.
So, Bill, if you spend 10 minutes looking directly at the plate, Neil will keep Hannah with him for 3 hours. She's grinning. She's just opened her mouth more, I'm sure.
Yeah, she probably find it funny. I'll just cross the legs.
Is there a doll that's head is burnt?
There's a doll whose head's come off.
Okay, it's just got someone said about a doll with a burnt head.
Can't think.
I will do the I'll do a little bit of EVP as we go offline because I think Neil's desperate to try and get Hannah off his lap.
Yeah, I'll be
Hannah,
quite
don't let
happy.
him go. Keep hold of him, Hannah.
I'll be quite happy when she goes and sits on a bike.
I'd go home with it. I'd go home with him, Hannah. Go home with him for the night.
No, she won't do that. She's a good girl. I keep thinking.
Well, they're asking, Neil, they're asking you to ask her to turn her head. Ask her if she'll turn her head. If she does, you'll spend 3 hours with her.
There's lots of people watching now on that camera. Will you turn your head for them?
Even shake your head. She's nodding.
We shake. Say yes. You're not going to do it.
Look over to your left, Hannah. Look to the left. Look to the corner. Look at Amy.
Yeah, look at Amy.
The viewers can see you moving. Go on, Hannah. Neil will spend 3 hours with you then. She's turning her head. She's like, but it's not got energy all over it.
Look at Amy. God, freak Amy out.
Don't freak me out. I like her.
I'll do the opposite and turn your head right round and stare at Neil.
Thanks, Gavin.
Her eyes are moving though. And she's turning back. She is turning her head, but not greatly. She's moving. Can you move your mouth, Hannah? Move your mouth for us. Open your mouth wider and then close it again. That's it. She looks like she's breathing as well. She's smiling now. She's closed her mouth. They're commenting as well. She loves you, Neil, Wild Bill says.
Yeah, of course she does. Everyone loves Neil.
The eyes are moving, mouth opened. Yes, she's moved. Moving slightly with a smile. She's moving. She's got cramp. One last move then, Hannah. Do a shaky head as in the no action. See.
Going back on your bike.
He's moved and the eyes went since she just sat there. She's talking. She is. Her mouth's moving.
Yeah.
She's alive, says Wild Bill.
She's alive. She's going to go and sit on a bike now.
Perhaps you could even just flick your hair over your shoulder. Neil's had enough just in case.
I've had enough now, just in case she does turn her head.
People's lights started flickering. Oh my God. So has everyone enjoyed talking to Neil? Like we said again, he's got his book. If anyone's interested in his book, which knowing Neil, the book will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Best bet, I just wouldn't even bother trying to buy it anywhere else. Just contact Neil. You're more than welcome to search him on Facebook, just as Neil Packer, or like it says on the bottom of the screen there, search on Facebook, Haunted Research. Send a message on the page, okay, and just ask him for the book, and or if that's what you want, he'll come back to you. Okay? You're great, Neil, apparently, and if anyone wants to join, so you can see the CCTV, the live feeds. He's like another little family over there as well. Yeah. Neil he's a bit like me, he doesn't stick up with any rubbish. So anyone that causes him any problems, they're like Tom. Okay.
No one causes trouble.
No, they don't. But if they do, they're gone, aren't they? You just like, and they don't get another chance.
Yeah, let's just go.
So this is a very positive page and everything as well. Like I said, it's £25. That's not just a year or anything. That's lifetime. And you even get a sticker for the back of your car.
You do. You get a free sticker.
Which is a logo, isn't it? And a discount. Run through for the ones that didn't hear you to start with. There's more watching. What are the benefits of joining your
the members? What you
area?
You get for the membership. It's £25 for life. You get exclusive live feeds where they're mainly from the centre, but sometimes Jane and I do go out as well. They are exclusive to the members. You're going to get exclusive CCTV footage at the centre, and they will be running hopefully 8 hours every night. When teams are up here, you get access to watch them as well. You get 10% discount on Ghost Hunter Tours investigations. You get 10% discount at Sims Vintage Antique Centres. You get 10% discount in our shop. You get 10% discount off Carey, who does past life regression. So you get discount for that.
I start advertising my services now.
You do that. I'm having some friend requests now, actually.
Oh, that's not.
So,
it's not. I don't do past life regression yet. That's one of my next studies.
Yeah, you get lots of discounts. You get once you become a member, you get added to the private HAPRC members network Facebook group, and that's where all our videos, exclusive videos, go on. So if you miss the video live, you can catch up on them. On Friday nights we started doing virtual ghost hunts. So like I said, last Friday there was 4 investigators investigating, and we swapped cameras. So you're not watching the same person all night. You're watching different people all night. We've had some great activity, or we've done 2 so far, and it's something I want to do every week. So once the lockdown's over, that night will probably change to perhaps a Thursday night where we investigate the centre, and because we need to accommodate the teams coming in who have missed out during the lockdown. So, but they will
like
the virtual
experience where I've done some of the spirit box sessions and sent spirit here, there, or whatever. Neil, you get the activity, you get that kind of activity from Neil at the centre with these spirits there. He won't be sending the spirits across to you, but you'll get the spirit like to prove that they're around, and Neil gets a lot of activity around on his lives. He's fantastic.
Yeah, the live feeds, the virtual ghost hunts, it's just like watching the TV show, only better, obviously. Because we've got the studio, so we can change cameras, and last Friday I had Kelly Ellis in as an expert, so we get Kelly's view on it, and it's 3 hours non-stop. No, we don't have a break. We just carry on for 3 whole hours.
While I had the spirit box on, Steve Hawthorne, one of the viewers, said he'd asked in his head that they remembered him visiting centre, and the box said Steve.
All right. That's good.
So I kind of answered his question for him through the spirit box.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. No, thank you everyone for joining us. I'll do a quick spirit box session because I know a few of you wanted one, so I'll do that after and see whether we can get some loved ones through. But I do really appreciate Neil joining us. While I know there's a few of you who want to visit the centre, so I will tie up with Neil, try and get a date. Okay. The ones that you said you would be interested in visiting, do me a favour so then I've got the names so I know who to come back to. Drop us a private message afterwards and just say, yes, I'd be interested in visiting, so I know who to message back to, and we'll try and get a date where all of you can get together. And then I'll make sure you get safe at the venue as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay. And then you can meet Neil in person, even grab a book in person and get your membership.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds good.
I've 10 of them promised when they come that they'll get your membership. They'll have to dial with you for 3 hours. I'm joking.
Well, if you're bringing 14 people and they all join that night, I will sit holding the doll all week.
For a week.
I will even take the doll home, and I will keep a virtual diary, a visual diary.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of thanks. And I love to your brill. Okay, and I send Aaron sending love to your family.
Thanks for inviting me, Gavin.
Thank you very much, Neil, and thanks to Amy for coming, camera lady.
Yeah, she's not a bad girl.
No, she's lovely, and you get a lot of thanks.
She makes crap tea. Well, she got to make some more tea before she perfects it. Just joking, yeah.
No, thank you very much for joining us, Neil. And I'll see what I'll post up afterwards as well, so they can come a week. Wow, they're all going to join.
Good. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, no, you're getting a lot of thanks. Brilliant. Yeah, no, so thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'll send you a photo. I'll send you a photo of that picture. I know that was in seconds. Yeah, normally they come through. I'd almost forgotten. It was almost like this lady was here wanting to be drawn. I think it's something to do near that chair, but it's not the chair. It's something near that chair.
Okay.
I don't know how that makes sense, but
well, there's. Are you getting a name? It could be.
What's near your chair? There's some items near your chair, and I'll tell you which. I'll be able to tell you which item. If you put the camera towards your right hand side, I think it is.
My right.
Yeah.
There's a teddy and there's a horse. Okay, let me show you. To my right, the doll in the dome is that.
Yeah, right.
That's Grandma Mary's doll.
By the clock. Is there something by the clock on the floor? Is there something on the floor by the clock or something? Oh no, that's the horse.
There's a horse, and there's a teddy. The doll is Grandma Mary's, and then we've got the grandfather.
Where's the table or something? I've got the clock. It's in the clock of the table. It's like an item. Not a...
On that table is the Grandma Mary's doll, there's a teddy, and there's a horse.
I pick up more. It's either the clock or the table.
Okay, we could actually be the
same. Not like an item, like a piece of furniture that she's attached to, but it's not the chair.
Right. Well, then
someone's asking why the doll's in a glass case, but she doesn't want to be touched, if I remember rightly. But she's quite happy people to see her.
The reason the doll's in the glass dome is so people don't touch it, because Grandma Mary, who's the spirit lady whose doll it is, didn't want people to touch her, so she wanted it kept nice. So out of respect to her, we keep her doll in the glass. It's not evil.
A couple of people know, I've actually said through the night, they're getting the name Jess.
Jess, okay.
And Harriet. Neil sod off, stop scatting me, from Gemma.
Sorry, Gavin.
So there's a Gemma saying, Neil sod off, stop scatting me. Gemma Hunter. Is that someone you know?
I don't know Gemma Hunter. I don't think so.
Oh, Cat. Sorry. Cat, not Scat. That's Jess. Okay. Cat was called Jess. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, it's not Scat. Cat. Okay.
Okay.
Who was Heidi? They're asking. Who was Heidi, or who is Heidi? Because there's a few of the people, and then we'll let you go.
Okay, Heidi. We don't know who she is. We just got her on the spirit box the other night. She a new name that we hadn't had before. So obviously we've recorded that now, and we've had a name again. So we've got to find out what she's connected to now, because she's not told us yet.
When you do investigate the Heidi, remember the name Helen. Is if there's something to do with Helen and Heidi. I'll pick up with you. Okay. Okay. But you know, they're having trouble with their phone. They're typing and it's changing the words. So someone wanted to tell you what's catty.
Okay.
Okay. Two different Gemmas. Okay, no problem. No, thank you for joining us, Neil.
That's my pleasure.
Really appreciate having you. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's been great. We have.
Been great.
Okay. I'll tie up with you tomorrow and see what dates you've got available for next year.
Yeah.
If you
Okay,
get,
mate.
you've got any free still at the moment, just let us know towards the end of the year or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant.
And thank you, Amy. Thank you, Jane, if you're still watching. And thank you, Neil.
Okay. See you soon, Gavin. Thanks,
All right, take
everybody.
care. Okay, love to your family. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Hope you all enjoyed that. Okay. The location, Neil's location is fantastic. You wouldn't say you don't need to worry. It is really good. There's a lot of positive there as well as there are some negative. I won't lie, but it is a good location. You can be perfectly safe. But always make sure people are looked after anyway. And as you see, he's a great person of sharing what he gets. He'll share his knowledge with you. Certainly, nobody will keep quiet and say he's doing research on it, as we've just found out. It is really good place. It's one of my favourite. They're like a big family within the group. It's worth joining if you're interested in paranormal. It's like you can experience it without going to a location. With them, they do a lot of live seances and things like that, as well as their, as I said, the regular programs that they do. Okay. So you can let me go for a quick toilet break. Any of you want to have a quick toilet break, I'll come back and I'll do a session with you until we can just get some messages to loved ones from the device, not through me. And the sound still bad. Let me see whether that's me or them. Go on, give me a second. You hear me again now? Is that better now? I'm back. I've just knocked myself off the screen and come back. Is that better? It's still bad. Let me know if it's still bad. A bit better. Tell you what, let me go to the toilet break quickly. Let's see whether it sorts itself out. So just give me a couple of minutes. Go to the loo and I'll come back. Okay, we'll see whether there's any better then. Otherwise, I'll just do a quick restart. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Is that any better? Okay. Is that any better now? Give me 1 second, right? Just once we've had someone online, I can see from the screen it's doing it. Let's just place my phone there. 1 sec. Move that. Okay, is it better now? Just move my phone. I may have been causing some interference on my phone. I'll just do that. I will do that if it hasn't just moved. It's still bad. Please, I'll just end it and then come back online. Scrolling along the bottom of my screen is now going constant. Okay. Okay, I'll come off and then come back on.